everybody, and welcome to Talkin Tuesday. Today we are going to talk about a video about something that I've had for the last 3 years that I haven't really understood. Today we're going to talk about under-eye bags. And I know that a lot of people have questions about this. The reason why I haven't done this video sooner is because I didn't completely understand it. But now that I feel like I know a bit more, I feel confident in what I know, and I'm going to try to give you guys the best information that I can. And I've had under eyes for quite a while. Didn't really think much of them, didn't really treat them. I'm still having a hard time finding the perfect under-eye serums and creams. There's natural remedies, which I'll talk about, but as far as creams and stuff, please post in the comments and tell me what you use or what works good or your recommendations, because I've been trying a lot of different things, and I want to find something that works for everything, you know what I mean? So without further ado, we're going to talk about under-eye circles today. And first off, what exactly are under-eye circles? Under-eye circles, otherwise known as under-eye bags, are these pockets underneath our eyes that kind of sag or kind of droopy. Sometimes they can be purple, sometimes they can be different colors, sometimes they can be puffy, like they'll puff out a little bit, and it's basically here at the dip of our eyes that they occur. Sometimes they can be, like I said, really puffy, sometimes they could just be droopy, saggy skin, and it actually, more than gray hair or more than wrinkles, it's more, how would I say this? It ages you more than having wrinkles or gray hair or things like that. So if someone saw me with under-eye bags, they would think I was more aged than if they just saw me and I had wrinkles or gray hair or things like that. Does that make sense? And they're basically this saggy, droopy skin here. Some people may have color, nothing else. Some people may just have the droopiness and no color. Some people may have it really, really puffy. And of course, it could be worse or better depending on each person. So next, let's talk about the causes of under-eye bags. And I was under a misconception for a long time. I thought that under-eye bags were just, oh, I'm not getting enough sleep, I'm not, doing da-da-da-da-da. Let me tell you, it's not only sleep or fatigue. There are many other reasons for under-eye circles. Some are very severe, some are just minor, like mistakes and changes that you guys can fix. But before you start buying creams or doing natural treatments, try kind of working with the causes. So some of the causes could be hereditary. A lot of times if your parents have under-eye circles or under-eye bags, you could have that. Even if it's skipped a generation, maybe your parents don't have it, but maybe your grandparents or one grandparent did, it could be a hereditary problem. Another thing is that it could be kind of what you're eating, especially if you eat like really salty popcorn and then go to sleep. What happens is that that salt causes water retention, and if you already have kind of broken capillaries, or not capillaries, broken skin underneath your eyes, it's not as strong, and you eat salty food before bed, it causes water retention, and when we lay down, it all gets caught up right here. So this is actually just like a bunch of toxins sitting like underneath our eyes that our body can't expel as well, because the skin here is thinner. So it could be your diet as well. It could also be if you guys have allergies, and I've always had mine. If you guys even look at my foundation routine video, you can see there's like puffy things. I have never had allergies in my entire life, and all of a sudden we're thinking that I might have allergies, and I think you guys have noticed this because in a lot of my videos I go and I like sniff my nose, and it's really, really weird. So maybe that's a cause of mine, I don't know, but it could be allergies, whether it's to dust, perhaps a certain food. I don't know what my allergies are caused by, but I'm going to try to get like an allergy palette. They're like $300, so I don't know exactly what we're going to do, and if it's that serious, like I might just take an allergy pill. But my dad has allergies, so maybe it runs in the family, we don't know. But maybe you guys have allergies if you have these under-eye bags, and it can cause, again, that toxin buildup. The eyes will become saggy, they'll become puffy and a little bit irritated. That could be a cause of your under-eye bags as well. Also, if people have eczema, this can also kind of set this off. And I'll be honest, I don't know a lot about this just because I don't have eczema or anything, but eczema is just like a genetic mutation of certain genes, and it's a completely normal thing that people are born with. And when they have this, sometimes a side effect of having eczema will be these under-eye bags that are a little bit puffy or even discolored. So if you do have eczema, you may want to look into the correlation between eczema and under-eye bags, or talk to your doctor about treating your eczema and treating this at the same time. Also, there are other lifestyle factors, like if you don't exercise enough, exercise releases toxins. We sweat out toxins because, when we eat poop, our body's going to build up all these toxins. We need to expel them. We can poop them, we can pee them. If they're really, really toxic, I suppose we can throw that up, but it's not very common. But we expose so many toxins out of our skin, and every day we sweat, even if we don't have little beads of sweat coming down our arms. So these toxins that are caught up in our body, if they aren't being expelled regularly through exercise, they could catch up and get trapped right here under our eyes because the skin is so delicate. They could also be caught in belly fat or in, thigh fat or other fat around the body. Or even if you're a woman, even in womanly areas, which is why they're thinking that perhaps breast cancer and ovarian cancer and things like that may have a little bit to do with toxicity levels. We don't know. We need to know more about cancer though, because this is such a huge epidemic. But anyways, basically it could be exercise, and it could also be if you smoke or if you drink. That really deteriorates your cells. It really causes your body to function differently. Cut out alcohol, cut out cigarettes if you do them, and just look at the difference. Take photos to see the difference, and hopefully it will kind of help out. It could also be nasal congestion. And if you guys have clinical nasal congestion, this could be a problem, or even if you just have a cold, even if it's not chronic. And the reason that I understand kind of what from my research, what I've kind of figured out is that if you have this nasal congestion, it will dilate and darken the veins in your nose. Blood is being pumped to your nose, but if it has this congestion, more blood comes to try to work it out. And when those veins in your nose are all puffed up, that's really, really close to your eyes, and it could inflame the veins by your eyes as well. These veins drain, they go from your eyes to your nose, and when it's all in that area, it could cause us to become puffy and irritated and things like that. I have a lot of sun exposure. If you guys go tanning or things like that and don't use sunscreen, or even if you do use sunscreen and do these kind of activities a lot, if you go get a tan, I'm going to go get a tan, what your body is doing is producing more melanin. The body feels the sun, feels the pain, so it creates melanin. Melanin is like a protective barrier, but the pain can cause cancer. So melanin is created, which darkens the skin. It could also darken this area under the eyes and cause some of that puffiness. You guys rubber scratch your eyes a lot, like if you're in the shower or if you wake up and you rubber scratch your eyes, that could be a big issue. When you do that, it kind of, moves everything around in here. It causes a pocket for things to be collected in. And if you guys are having other drainage problems, like in your face drainage problems, it could get caught there, and overall could just break down that tissue over time and then cause more problems. Also, just natural lack of collagen, lack of elasticity. As people get older, they tend to not make as much collagen, which is why you may want to use a collagen boosting serum. It can make the reddish veins more obvious. It can make the purple more obvious. It can cause more puffiness because your skin is less tight. It's lost its collagen, so it's going to sag a little bit more. So those are some of the causes. Let's talk about the treatments. There's a lot of creams, there's a lot of natural remedies, there's a lot of even medical procedures that people can do, and it does get kind of confusing. We're probably going to have a different video discussing all the logistics, but some people think that, well, we just discussed the causes. If you guys directly attack those causes, it should help. For instance, if you have allergies, directly attack the allergies, take a medication. If you guys drink or smoke, stop drinking or smoking. That's one way to treat these under eye circles. Another option is that there are so many creams out there on the market, and I'm probably going to be reviewing some of the creams that I've already purchased. If you guys know of other creams that I should purchase, probably do that and review those for you. But there's tons of creams out there, some work and some don't. There are medical procedures. I've seen it where doctors do go surgically in and they cut open this area, and then they either remove skin or just stretch the skin. And when the doctors open up this flap underneath the eyes, I've seen it where there's almost like fatty deposits. Sometimes that could be a toxin, sometimes it's just a little fatty deposit there. But either way, doctors do have a way to kind of remove that excess skin or that excess puffiness if it's a chronic condition and if it's genetic and if you've tried everything else and it doesn't work. There are also natural remedies. If you guys want a video on natural remedies, we could do that. There's like the idea of chamomile tea bags or cucumbers or natural anti-inflammatory agents that tighten and lift the skin. All sorts of things, but the main treatments for these under eye bags are to treat the direct causes. If you have allergies, if you're not sleeping enough, if you're eating salt before bedtime and then sleeping on it, you know, if you're not exercising enough to treat those problems is how you're going to treat these bags. And like I said, there are creams and stuff like that, but if you can treat these things naturally, why waste your money on these other things when you could just save it? So I think that that's a big misconception for people. They think it's always because of sleep. It's not. It's because of other things, and you actually have to treat everything as a whole to see what's causing your specific condition. So how can you prevent under eye bags? That is a little bit tough. The best thing you can do, even if you already have them, prevent them from getting worse. And with acne, with weight gain, with anything, prevention is so much easier than treatment. So the best thing you could do is like stay out of the sun. Use a sunscreen every day, even if you're not going outside. Do not tan. Do not. But if you're in the car, wear sunglasses. Just protect this area from getting that melanin exposure. Protect it from losing collagen. Maybe apply a collagen boosting serum, things like that. Eat healthy fruits and vegetables and foods that are going to nourish you. If you eat toxins, those toxins are going to get caught up in your body and make you sluggish and saggy. Eat foods that are going to release those toxins and perk up your skin, brighten your skin, make you feel better and look better too. If you eat foods that are high in antioxidants, it should help this area. If you eat really salty foods that aren't healthy for you, it's going to cause this buildup, especially like popcorn is healthy, but if you eat it with salt right before bed, no bueno. No bien. No bueno. That's kind of embarrassing because my dad was born in Argentina and he speaks Spanish. Me is Punjabi. Yo no hablo. Yo hablo poquito español. Yo habla poquito español. I think. Correct me on that, guys. Yeah, sorry, I'm obviously not a very fluent Spanish speaker. It's really weird. We have like Russian, Spanish, my boyfriend taught me a little bit of Punjabi, so I speak like the most random phrases in the most random languages. And I can read and speak Russian almost perfectly because I studied the alphabet, but get this, I cannot understand it if someone speaks it to me, or if I read it, I can't understand what it's saying. Like I can pronounce the letters and everything, but I can't actually understand. You know what I mean? Like I can read a restaurant, like in a menu in a restaurant, and I'll be like, oh, you know, whatever, but I won't know what it says or what the words mean. It's so weird. And if people speak to me, like I won't understand what they're saying. So all that aside, what languages do you speak? I can say I love you in like a lot of languages though. Te amo, ich liebe dich, ja lubię was, French. What is French? I can say it in English, love you. Punjabi, oh God. I remember, because here's the joke, my boyfriend speaks Punjabi and he taught me Punjabi, so I say it weird, and I know this isn't the right way to say I love you in Punjabi, but that's how we say it, just because it's like hilarious. It makes me sound really uneducated. Menu pyar tu karta hai. And I know that's not proper, but it's me, you, love, and then karta hai is like doing. I am doing something, so I am loving you. But I know that's not right. So all you Punjabis and Hindis and everyone out there, correct me. Anyways, what was I talking about? Under eye circles. Yeah, under eye circles can be pretty big bummers if you have them, and I know because I have them. But you can treat them by doing some of these natural things. You can prevent them by just preventing this collagen breakdown. You can prevent them by eating right. You can prevent them by, you know, taking actions to talk to your doctor about what's best for you, about not rubbing your eyes, you know, when you're in the shower or when you wake up in the morning. Just things like that. So if you guys have other tips or tricks for preventing under eye circles or bags, or if you know different treatments than I know, or you know different causes that maybe I didn't mention here, please post them in the comments so that we can all kind of learn from each other, and hopefully we can tackle this problem. And let me know some creams, because I'm like really freaking out about my face. So I love you guys so much. I hope that you found this video good. Wow, do you like my English? I hope that you found this video informative, educational, and hopefully entertaining. And I hope that you now know how to say I love you in a couple different languages. So, menu pyar tu karta hai, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Bye.